I opened my doors in 1992 and I called it Lynn's School of Dance. I had absolutely no students. I just knew that I wanted to dance and have an open studio, and it grew into one of the leading schools in the nation. It was a competitive level studio, and my motto was always, if you're going to do something, do it well and do it right. America's Got Talent said, hey, you know, we want you to come down and audition. And I was out of town at the time, and I said, no, I'm not interested in auditioning. We just don't do reality shows. And they said, just send some kids down with a DVD. And I said, okay, that's a great chance for them to learn to audition. So they did. They went down and they handed in their DVD, and I came back and we laughed about the process because I guess they kind of looked like little dorks and they were pretty funny and hysterical, and we do shadow shapes, you know. And what we didn't know at the time, our producer had marked down we were going to be in the top 10. He knew that this act was going to be in the top 10. He told us completely after the show, but we didn't know. And that was in October of 2010. In December, I got the call. I was at a restaurant and I got the call and they said, this is Nigel from America's Got Talent and we want you to be on the show. And I'm like, okay, who is this? I thought it was one of my kids pranking me, and I said, okay, oh really, who is this? He said, no, this is Nigel. I'm like, oh, I'm so sorry. You want us to be on the show? Oh. So then from there, they sent us to Minneapolis and filmed us, and then pushed us through to Las Vegas and pushed us through again to Hollywood. And then we showed up in Hollywood, and every single time I said to the kids, this is it. This is the last moment, and not in a bad way. It's just, this was never anything we were going to do, guys. So enjoy every moment, learn from it. But we're probably going home. I mean, we had no idea that they intended us to be in the top 10. They thought we were that good. We didn't know. Just the greatest experience of our lives, and every single time. Okay, guys, we're going home, and then they pushed them through. They're going home, pushed them through all the way up to second out of over 100,000 acts. And I think the reason that we went that far was because we didn't want to win. We were just there for the experience. We were there and we really hoped that Landau would win. We hear it all the time, oh, you should have won. It's like, no, we're so glad we didn't, because then we could stay here and live with, the kids could stay with their families. We wouldn't have to move to continue the Silhouettes. And then I opened this theater so that we could offer shows to the public and help homeless shelters here for children and homes for children here in the Colorado area with our benefit performances. And we rehearse here, we train here, we film for productions for corporate clients all around the world. We'll film pieces here, and we'll also do our live theater performances here. So it's pretty amazing. I personally feel like Arvada sits above on this hill, and the drive home is so stunningly beautiful through Arvada. And the people are so diverse. And I love Old Town Arvada. It's the greatest place on the earth. I think and it sits right up there on the hill, you know? And it's just, everything is just beautiful about Arvada that I see. It's our home, it's where we grew up. For 23 years we've been in Arvada, and this is our 24th year. And I just can't imagine being anyplace else. I have a very good friend, Christopher Kukic, who owns Martinique's, and he said, you need to join the chamber. And I said, do I? And he said, yes. So he made me do it. And I said, okay, I had no idea. And then all of a sudden, I'm getting all of these emails going, we want to do a ribbon cutting, and we want to support you here, and they just blasted out this energy about our facility, and I didn't have to do anything. So I'm like, I'm hooked. Chamber's awesome. And then every time we do a show, they write back, oh my gosh, we love this. We want to come, and they come to our shows and they support the children. And so for me, I was always in Arvada, but I never knew I would have that support. So I highly recommend any business owner join the chamber, because your life changes. You're just like part of something, and something important, and people care. And they cared before, they just didn't know who I was because I hadn't joined. On the same path, our goal and our mission is to help as many children as we can. And if you've never been to Mount St. Vincent's Home for Children, it changes your life when you walk through the doors and you get a tour. It's so surreal. And these children that I have on my cast and young adults are moved so deeply by the fact that they're dancing for a higher purpose rather than they're dancing for a trophy. And to get them out of the trophy mentality, and that they are actually dancing to make a difference in a child's life, whether it be they get a blanket, or they get another meal, or they get to see the doctor when they couldn't have before, it shapes the spirits of my cast and makes them healthier, stronger, less egotistical artists. And so it really humbles them. And so we hope to truly make a huge difference and continue on the same path.
Well, we do have a superpower, so it is the power of light and love. Everything that we do supports our mission of light and love and spreading it to everyone we meet. Right, guys? Yeah. Yeah. Whoa. Can you give some love? Mwah. Mwah. Mwah.